Greetings and beyond the new. My name is Omni, and welcome to the current installment of What If Deku Was the Reincarnation of Jugo, Part 2. Okay, so where we last left off, unlike in canon, Izuku and Ochaka are actually catching up on the bus ride to their testing site. And when they get off, everyone heard their conversation, and they don't think that they're too much competition. And then Ida walks up to them and says, "You two, if you just came here to see your girlfriend slash boyfriend, then I suggest you just leave now, because we are all trying to become hero students of this prestigious academy." And then as soon as Ida says that, it makes both Ochaka and Deku go nuclear red and say in unison, "It's not like that. We're just childhood friends, And then out of the corner of their eye, they see how much the other one denies this, and it actually makes them both have a pit in their stomach. And they both frown slightly. But not enough for anyone else but them individually to notice their own slight frown. And then Deku says, "It's just that we haven't seen each other since we were around between the ages of 4 and 5. We were just catching up. All right? That's all. And besides, you don't know anything about us, especially not her. You have no idea, the things we've gone through before coming here. So unless you get to know us, you have no right to with him stuttering, to project act us as nothing more than slackers or something, or whatever you want to call us. Come on, Ocha, let's go." He grabs her hand, and then when they both realize that they're holding hands, they both go nuclear red, but then they shake it off, and then they get to the front of the pack, so to speak. So yeah. And everyone is actually taken aback by this. And all the girls there are quite interested in... They said that they weren't boyfriend and girlfriend, but the way how they're holding hands suggests otherwise. And this makes some of the girls squeal internally. Okay, so yeah. And Aoyama in his head thinking, "I'm sure he'll be able to sparkle, but not as much as me." Condescendingly, of course. Since he doesn't know Midoriya's / Deku's backstory. Okay, so yeah, then then the gates uh, start opening, and then when they're fully open, President Mike says, "Hey, there's no countdown down in out in a real battle at all. And also just go, go, go." And as he's saying this, Deku realizes, already knows this, so that's when he lets go of Achoka's hand, much to her dismay, to then where he slowly transforms. Everyone sees this, and then when the door is fully open er, after President Mike says, "Go, go," oh, Deku says, "See you in there, Ultra-chan." And then he uses the rockets in his arms, legs, and back to propel himself right into the path of, let's see, three 3-pointers, two 2-pointers, and one 1-pointer. Actually, no, scratch that. One 3-pointer, two 2-point, no, three 2-pointers, and three 1-pointers. And he destroys them all with an enlarged fist. And just so you know, the other three styles, the side of the fighting styles that Jugo learns, besides Toad, Slug, and Snake, which is Griffin. It's based off of let's see, Earthbend. The martial arts that Earthbending from Avatar are the Last Airbender / Legend of Korra / whatever the name for the new series is / fan made one, the Legend of Genji. Genji is based off of that. The Dragon style is, well, based off of firebending from the same series. Well, let's see, what was... man, I can't believe I forgot what the third mythical creature I chose was. Well, I'll remember it eventually, and I can always rehear my part 0. Well, it's going to be based off of water bending. Ding. Ding. So, from the same Avatar series as well. And then everyone is... okay, let's get back into the video. Everyone is shocked to see his arm get so big. Again, they all think he has multiple quirks. And when some of the students voice that out, Ochako, before she runs off into the city, saying, "No, he just has a supreme versatile quirk. It's a transformation one as well. Now, if you'll excuse me, I might as well. And if I were any of you, I wouldn't go in the same direction that 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 Deku-chan on is going in, because there won't be any robots in the direction where he's going." So yeah. Then she runs off, leaving everyone stunned and silent, some of them not believing, and those that don't believe her follow Deku, but the rest go in the opposite directions that he's going in. Okay, we skip ahead to where the 0-pointer is about to be unleashed. Okay, so Deku has let's see, has a key decided to stop with 50 villain points. 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 So yeah. Yeah. He boosts up to the highest skyscraper in the fake city that he's doing the exam in. So yeah. And he just relaxes and does a little cloud watching. Because I'm going to say his past life as Jugo would be shown different ways of relaxing, and well, his favorite was taught by him by Shikamaru, which was of course cloud watching, and he really did love cloud watching. And then we cut into the monitoring room. Everyone is rather invested on uh on on Izuku with astounding amount of villain points. Points. Points, and then they all murmur, trying to figure out just where in the world did he learn such techniques. Then Nezu notices the proud slash somewhat fanboy smile that All Might has in his emancipated form, because I'm going to say when he became a teacher, all the staff of UA were not only told about his emancipated form slash his injury, but the existence of One for All and of how it was created, which everyone was majorly shocked about this, but All Might trusts everyone in all the teachers and all the teachers of 1A to not tell this secret. Good. They're all flattered by this, and they vow to themselves inside their heads that they won't betray his trust. Nezu says, "All Might, I see that you have quite the smile when it comes to looking to that young Midoriya kid. Would you mind explaining?" "Oh, well, Nezu, he is my successor." Everyone is really taken aback by this, except for Nezu, since he already, from the background check of young Izuku, that he would most likely, and since he already figured out that he's also the same boy from the sludge villain incident and right off the back, so yeah. Then Nezu says, "I figured as much. She was the boy who rushed out to save the another examinee, Bakugo Katsuki, who has an explosion quirk from that sludge villain incident a while ago." And then everyone unreal thinks back. Everyone else thinks back to that incident, and then they are all even more invested, while Shoto out loud says, "Whoever gets him as a teacher is going to have one hell of a problem child." Then All Might says, "Aizawa, how dare you say that? You have no idea what he's been through." Who? Who? And if everyone wants to know young Midoriya's backstory, then they'll have to wait until the exam is over. Okay, then Nezu. Then everything else goes like canon. Nezu unleashes Zero Pointer later. And then as soon as Deku sees this, and when he started his cloud watching, he de-transformed, and when he ended his cloud watching from after that rumble, he he transforms back and is about to and realizes that and Deku says that must be the Zero Pointer. Well, it's worth 0 points, so then Deku realizes there must be more than just villain points. Heroes don't just fight, then he realizes there must be other points, rescue points or something like that, which Deku is spot on onto. And there's a screen that actually shows the teachers, especially Nezu, that, oh, the young boy must have gotten it, Nezu says. As the second part of our entrance exam. And All Might laughs all big, saying, ah, of course. Of course. He has a very analytical mind, my young apprentice has 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 as a matter of fact, his level of analytical skills would those could definitely get him his get every degree in this world, as well as a Nobel Prize for quirk analysis, which everyone is shocked about this. Oh yes, All Might adds that while I also gave him your quirk, every one of his teacher's quirk descriptions, so because he's always raring to learn more about quirks, and then he had him create a little pamphlet for each of the teachers, along with Nezu and Recovery Girl, and All Might has already put into practice his. He gives them all their respective pamphlets to increase themselves. They all open their individual ones in unison, and they read them in unison, and they're all shocked. And Toshinori added that, like I said, it was just a simple, very simple quirk description. So if he had all the information about your quirks, what's in this little pamphlet would pale in comparison, because he would definitely write 15 chapter with each chapter with 20 pages of small print that you would need a magnifying glass in order to read. And all the teachers and Nezu do spit takes. Well, Nezu actually starts laughing, his maniacal laugh. Oh man, I will definitely take an interest in expanding upon his knowledge, and everyone is aghast except for All Might that Nezu just said that he will help out Midoriya with his analytical skills. And they all shudder utter with this analysis, Nezu's training, and his quirk, just what kind of a hero or person in general he will turn out to be when he's an adult. They all shudder at this, as some in fear, some in worry, and well, for Midnight, in thinking, saying out loud, then, and with that whole body expanding thing, I wonder if he can expand other parts of his body. Everyone gives Midnight a deadpan look, and Midnight defends herself, saying, I'll at least wait until he's 18 and officially graduated UA before I start pursuing him. So yeah, usually I would just have Ochaka as the love interest, but I'm going to be going with a harem in this one. Okay, so let's see. For the harem, I'm going to say all the girls in class 1A, 1B, May, Hatsume, Midnight, Mount Lady, Edie, Uabami, and Ryuku, as well as the only female of the big three will be in his harem. And I'm going to say a passive part of his quote-unquote quirk, which is actually just Jugo's curse mark power, allows him to have infinite stamina, like the infinite energy engine that Android 18 and 17 have in their bodies. And let's just say his member is quite large. Without using his power, it's already a 12-inch member, but with his expanding power, he can actually make it between 2 to 4 times either longer, wider, or being able to expel his, well, his white stuff. So yeah. He could definitely make a girl pregnant in one shot, even if it's, even if she's already, like past her prime. And it will also act as a rejuvenating thing for females of that, so they don't die after giving birth. But I'm just going to say there won't be any elderly women in the harem. I'm just going with those females. Okay, so yeah. Okay, then as Deku is flying down and running to the gate, making sure, well, saving a bunch of students that fell or stand in fear by shaking them and then lifting them up to their feet, saying, "You need to get out of here. This is seriously not the time to stand or collapse and sit around like statues." Which he saved a total of 10 students, each student thanking him, and each being worth, 20 rescue points. So, and he'll still have the 50 rescue points for saving Ochaka by destroying the zero pointer, which means his final score will be 50 villain points. And 150 rescue points. Wait, hold on, let me recheck my math. No. Okay, I recalculated and it's actually 250 rescue points, so he'll have a total of 300 points for the exam, beating All Might's previous record by a whole wide margin. Okay, so after he saves the last 10th student, he hears a familiar scream, and he gasps and goes pale white in his entire body. Then he realized, no, Ocha-chan. He turns around, quickly bursts to where Ochaka is, picks her up bridal style, which makes Ochaka blush, and now she realizes maybe everyone's right. Maybe I should try to become his girlfriend, and maybe later down the line, and she's thinking all this in his mind, become his wife. Which gives Ochaka a little bit of a nosebleed because she also knows that marriage also means, baby making. Again, does not notice any part of this, and when he gets her in a safe enough distance, he notices that her leg is her leg is broken, which makes him so angry when he turns around. You damn zero pointer, how dare you hurt my Ocha-chan! Which everyone that hears this is thinking, oh, you're Ocha-chan. Which makes Ochaka so happy that she almost faints, but she recomposes herself. And then he goes flying up to the zero pointer's head, and then using the first hand sign for particle style dismantling wave, which is either a construct of a box or of a drill funnel without the drill part. So basically like a funnel with a spearhead. You could say either way. Or a cone. Yeah, you would probably go with a cone. Like an ice cream cone. But or if you've seen like old cartoons where they talk or show images, or you look up image of a dunce cap, then that particularly that shape. Abe. Then he lets loose the completely destroying the zero pointer. Then Deku lands to where Chaka is, picks her up bridal style again, and then well, he's already found out the layout of UA. He was already told about the layout of UA by All Might. Right, so he sees that everyone has absolutely no injuries, except for a few that when they, fell down on their high knees. Yeah, I felt like saying butt like that. High knees. I just find it funny to say it. High knees, high knees, high knees, high knees, high knees. So yeah, he takes her to the monitoring room. She gets healed, and that's actually where I'm going to be leaving it off. Like, comment, and subscribe, but I'm not doing this for that. I'm just doing it to put my own spin on things, do things my own way, and to get my creative juices out. And yes, I felt like saying creative juices. So, yeah, anywho, bye!